Hi, Leo, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your October 2021 new moon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be listed and linked in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Now let's let the bowl sing as we see what the tarot has to say. How will Leo be affected by the October 2021 new moon? Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Ooh. Okay, cool. These were already shuffled beforehand, so when they pop out like that, it's good. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. At the bottom is our rooted self. The left-hand side is our inner self. The middle, our heart, our emotional self. The right-hand side, the public arena, the public self. So let's see what the cards have to say. We have the mage, the magician, coming in, which is beautiful. And we have the high priestess. An astoundingly spiritual time for us, an astoundingly intense time emotionally. With both of these coming together, the magician and the high priestess, it's like the emperor and the empress, but this of spirituality. So there's a soulmate connection, a true love connection, a powerful connection coming forward during this time that's opening up doors, which once we start talking about this new moon and the fact that this is the most malevolent moon we've seen in quite some time, this is a very intense moon. This is surprising, but this is absolutely empowering. Now, again, this reading is not to fearmonger. This is not the case at all. What we're going to do here is lay out all the information as it is within the stars, and let us be forewarned so that we can be armed against this energy. Then we have strength, which is equivalent to the death card, which is Scorpio energy in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. Then we have the Seven of Fire, the Seven of Wands. We have the Ten of Swords. The Knight of Cups, water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Very powerful if you have water sign energy within your chart or if you're born on the cusp with Cancer. And we have the Ace of Wands, a gift from God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe. Excuse me. We have the Queen of Cups, again, water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer coming through. This time as a queen, our hearts are protecting ourselves in the public arena because knights protect queens. And then we have the Four of Wands, which is happy occasion. There's just a sense of celebration here. And that's what we're really working towards, this sense of celebration, this sense of kindness and compassion and beauty really coming forward within us. Now let's look at the energy we need to be mindful of here, Leo. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Justice. Now this is Libra energy. We have to be mindful of not being discerning of where our energy is going. We have to be mindful of looking too much at the letter of things, like this is the way it's supposed to be, or having this idea of this is the way this time is supposed to be, or this is the way things are supposed to be happening. And they're not going to meet these expectations. So we have to step back from it. People aren't going to be meeting these expectations because there's so much turbulence during this time. Things aren't going to be meeting our expectations the same way. And so this is a time where we have to be just to ourselves and to those around us. Not by saying, you didn't uphold this or that, but through compassion, through understanding, through also making sure that we are, strong within ourselves, have a firm voice, a firm sense of self and desire. But we have to just make sure that we come to this time with compassion, with love, with understanding, because that's going to be what's so needed. Everybody's going to be so quick to react to something, to have a snide remark. This is going to be a time where if you don't, that's going to be something that people absolutely notice, absolutely take note of, and are very grateful for. Our chakra energy, angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. This is self-mastery. This is the solar plexus chakra. If we listen to our gut, if we are in alignment with ourselves, we are going to see that we master what we need, what we want, what we desire from our lives more and more and more. We're going to see that we fall in alignment with who we are and where it is that we want to be. So let's start talking about this new moon. Now, the best thing about this new moon is that it is in Libra. A Libra new moon says right here, a new romantic cycle begins. So there's a new sense of balance. There's a new sense, well, not of balance, but there's a new sense of love, of, hope, of expectations. We have this beautiful love relationship here, right? It doesn't have to be necessarily a romantic love relationship, but it is a sense of falling in love with our lives, falling in love with our spiritual path, falling in love with the insight that we're getting, falling in love with the power that we are seeing within ourselves or receiving from our spiritual journey. There is a sense here of having this love balance us and guide us forward. Now, the new moon in Libra also brings harmony, balance, and a strong sense of partnerships, relationships. They're very important. Now, this doesn't, again, have to be a romantic relationship here. This could be a relationship with our business. This could be a relationship with our work. This could be a relationship with our creative aspects. This could be whatever relationship it needs to be. What we are is empowered. What we are is connected and tuned in a way that is astounding. Now, during this new moon, the sun, the moon, Mercury, and Mars are all going to be clustered around Libra. This offers us empowerment and intense energy, but we have to be wise on how we use it. Because, yes, a new moon brings a new 28-day cycle. Yes, this is usually the best time for embracing a burst of energy, of initiative, of getting the job done, of starting projects, ending projects, but we have to be cautious with this new moon, because the new moon is going to be conjunct Mars. It is important to come to this new moon with as high an energy vibration as possible. Now, if you're like me and you're feeling the impact of this new moon already, and you've been a little bit like out of sorts, snippy, chaotic, not really feeling at your best, or kind of close to not feeling well at all within your own energy, this is a time where we have to acknowledge that and not say, oh, well, you know what, I'll be fine later, or you know what, it's nothing. No, we have to acknowledge that and say, okay, I need to step back. I need to be doing things that put me in a higher energy vibration. If this is being outside, I know for me, that's definitely something that helps. Being outside, connecting with the earth, yoga, meditation, whatever it is that we need to do to be able to move us forward, to be able to embrace a higher energy vibration, making sure we take time out for ourselves. That's going to be really important. Because what happens with this combo is, yes, it's powerful energy. It gives us courage. It gives us initiative, but we have to use it wisely, because this energy, if not recognized and respected within us, can lead us to devastating consequences. Sorry. I have a hair in my mouth. And annoyances during this time. Little things that kind of throw us off. We become hot-headed and a little bit cruel. So we have to be mindful of this. People are also going to be hot-headed and a little bit cruel. This powerfully charged energy leads us to irritation and aggression. It leads us to needing to step back, just needing to step back and have a cup of chamomile tea or whatever, tea or drink calms us, a tea, a hot cocoa, something to raise the serotonin level, something to calm us and, help us embrace a centering. meditation, homeopathy, taking chamomile as in homeopathy, taking Calms or Rescue Remedy, which I have no affiliation with whatsoever, but just are brands that I really, really trust. That's going to be something that's quite good for us, to be able to embrace our calm, to be able to have things that help us to enter into this state of calm. Now, the new moon is going to be Quincus Uranus. Now, this combo does not calm us down at all. Actually, it adds nervousness, tension, and anxiety. We feel a change is coming, and we can't stop it. We feel this change is on the horizon. It's coming for us, and we're going to need to accept it. If we don't accept it, if we don't accept that a change is coming, if we don't relax and embrace self-care and a little bit of self-indulgence, not too much, because we can tend to do things to the extreme and to a detriment during this time, we're going to find that if we take care of ourselves, if we, know this change is coming and embrace it and say, okay, you know what, I know that there are new things on the horizon for me, and I'm not going to see it as a curse, I'm going to see it as a blessing. Now, Mars is going to be Quincus Uranus. Again, this doesn't help with calming us down. This brings the nervous, anxious energy to us once again and amplifies it. We find ourselves losing our patience. We find ourselves just needing to act no matter what, needing a change, knowing that this change is coming, and we're just going to be like, well, you know what? I'm just going for it. I'm just going for whatever because I need to see something happen. I need to see something change. We can become rebellious for the sake of rebelling. Now, this can make us feel like we're 16 again, but this can also, for those of us who were never rebellious, make us feel like we've done something wrong, make us feel like we've made the wrong choice along the way, and that something needs to go. What we need to do is align ourselves with our long-term goals and not act, not rush into anything during this time. It's not acting, but it's not rushing into anything, because we're releasing. And during this time also, on the 6th of October, is when Pluto is coming out of retrograde, right? And so it makes us release, and it has us releasing the sense of, I need to hold on. I need to be in control of everything. And so then we have this chaotic energy coming in, which just as we're releasing our need to be in control, kind of slaps us in the face and says, what the heck are you doing? You need to hold on to this, or you need to rebel against everything that you've been trying to make perfect, everything that isn't working out right, and you just need to throw it all to the wind. We have to step back. We have to. And we have to look at our goals, what it is that we want. We have to give time to ourselves if we need time to ourselves. It could be a staycation. It could be, taking an hour, a half hour, whatever it is, to be able to just spend time with us. That's going to be really important. And the stars aren't even going to save us here, because the moon and Mars are aligned with the constellation Carvus the Crow. And Carvus the Crow, though bringing ingenuity to the plate, being kind of this free-thinking crow and passionate, what we have here, those are the crow's best traits. But what we have is also greed brought forward, and dishonesty, and vengefulness, and spitefulness, and selfishness, and arrogance. And this is all going to be energy that we give to ourselves and to others during this time. Now, in the constellation of Carvus the Crow, there is the star, the fixed star, Algorba. Now, Algorba is located within this constellation, as I just said, and it brings this kill or be killed attitude. So we're going to have a tendency of like, if I don't get it, if I don't act, then I'm just going to be destroyed. We really have to work against this as a fire sign energy, as, we have this great big impact from Mars that embraces fire, that they, wants to ramp things up to 100 all the time. We have to be aware of this. And what we have to do at our root, or one of the very important things to do at our root, is to stand before the altar of our existence and claim our elemental self. Claim the power of our voice, claim the power of our passion, claim the power of our roots, claim the power that is us. Because as we do this, we start to see beyond what other people are bringing forward, see beyond what people want us to see into the passion and the understanding of who we are and where we want to be and what it is that we desire and what it is that we're looking for within our lives. As we do this, we find us. As we do this, a veil is lifted from our eyes. We start to see things more clearly. It's like in the midst of chaos. It's like, oh, that was the answer. All the dust gets blown up, but so much of what's been holding us back gets revealed. And that's where we see ourselves embracing strength, we also see ourselves stepping forward in a very logical way. We claim what is ours. We claim our passion, our power, our insight, our ideas, our tenacity, our love. And that reveals so much to us. It's like through this assertion comes a calm, comes a steadying power. And with the strength card here, which we would think in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, I mean, this aligns with Leo, absolutely, but here it aligns with Scorpio. And what we're going to see here is that as we embrace our strength, as we embrace what we desire within our lives, we start to see the places in between. And that's going to be really important for us. It's also going to be a little bit of a new thing for us, Leo. We like things to be straightforward. We like things to be, this equals that equals that. This isn't going to be that sort of time. This is going to be a time where so much is understood through the quiet. That revelations come through the grounding of our feet and the centering of ourselves. And it's going to be that we are connected, that we are surrounded with animals and people and things. But it's also going to be that we are surrounded with this spiritually and personally. We feel like we're connected to more, even if we don't have a whole bunch of people around us. We're connected to the energy. We're connected to the desire. We're connected to an opening of the door. And that brings us to the Seven of Fire. The Seven of Fire is patience. The Seven of Fire is this sense of, I am taking with me what I need to take with me, and I'm leaving behind what I need to leave behind. And as I do this, I start to see myself more openly and more honestly. The Seven of... don't know if you can hear my nephew in the background, and I apologize if you can. But the Seven of Fire is this sense of saying, what are you passionate about? What do you want? What do you need? Where is it that you need to go? And what is it that you desire within your life? As you're becoming more than what you realized, and as you become more than what you realized, and as you start to see the creativity, and as you start to see the fact that we can't step on every stone, the fact that we can't fight every battle, and if we fight every battle, we will never get to the place that we want to be, that we need to be. And so as we start to embrace ourselves more, as we start to look at what we need more and more and more, we start to see the place that we need to be, the place that we want to be, the place that we are calling forward within ourselves. This is not the time to engage in every battle. Why? Because we're going to feel every battle on the horizon. We're going to think that if I don't fight, I'm going to be eaten. And that's just not the case. We see what we need to take with us, and we see what we need to leave behind. We're going to start to want to react. And what Spirit is saying to us is, no, embrace the grounding energy, embrace this energy of insight and ideas and passion and becoming, because what's happening with the Ten of Swords is that this is the darkness before the dawn. This is a time where we start to see why we were stabbed in the back all those times, why we had to face such chaotic, conflicting, hurtful energy, and be able to walk forward from it, to be able to say, you know what, this doesn't define me. This isn't everything about me. There is so much more here than meets the eye. And now I am armed with what once tried to destroy me. And as I am armed with this passion, as I am armed with this knowledge, I see myself moving forward as, this hero of what I love. We embrace our hearts in this way that says, my heart is so important to me. My heart is empowering me. My heart is guiding me. My heart is leading me. I'm rising above the chaos, the hurt, the pain, the disappointment, the anger. I am cloaking myself in my heart chakra. I'm cloaking myself in love. I'm cloaking myself in respect. And I'm embracing my fire. I'm embracing my passion. I'm embracing what I need and what I want and who I am. And as I do this, I see myself more and more. As I do this, I take this gift from God, Source, Spirit, however we see the divine, the universe, and I call forward what excites me. I call forward the reason why I get out of bed in the morning. I call forward, the passion and the brilliance that is a part of me. And as I do this, the Queen of Cups comes into play. We start to embrace what we love. We start to use love as our guide, not love for another person, not love of acquisition. We start to use love as a basis of ourselves, as the core of ourselves, as a guiding point forward. It's so interesting here, Leo, that in the midst of all this fire, in the midst of all this combated energy, we're being told, pick our battles wisely. Because we will be overwhelmed if we don't. We will feel as if we can't possibly move forward. We'll feel as if one more thing gone wrong, one more thing not fully gained an understanding of, or one more battle that we have to face will destroy us. And this is a time where, again, we see clarity. We see our hearts in the midst of all this chaos. And we start to embrace love. We start to embrace kindness. We start to embrace harmony. We start to look at ourselves and say there's more here than meets the eye. And we step into the public arena with this energy of kindness, of understanding, of, embracing ourselves and our souls. And it leads us to the Four of Wands. It actually leads us to this place of celebration. Now it says a happy outcome. This can be new job opportunities. This can be moving house. This can be, just celebrating within our own houses, being able to declutter, being able to start that project that we've always wanted to start. We start to see ourselves being able to celebrate. This is the Minor Arcana marriage card. We say to ourselves, what is it that I'm married to? What is it that I'm connected to? Heart to heart, soul to soul. What is it that is intrinsically and unbelievably powerful to me? And as we do this, as we ask this, it opens up the door. It guides us. It has us seeing things in a whole new way. And it brings us to our lunar energy for this time. So let's see how the moon will react with us. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. And show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. And show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. At our root, we have boundaries, so important during this time. And a surrender to the divine. Okay, I like that. In our inner self, focus. What do you need to release? So our boundaries, as we surrender to the divine, because we have the High Priestess and the Magician, we're connected to the divine. We're offering up our power, our insight, our ideas. We're claiming so much of what has been lost. Then we start to focus. What do we need to release? What is it that we are constantly battling, constantly seeing ourselves come into battle with, into war with, that is holding us back? That is keeping us from our goals, that is knocking us off our path, that makes us feel as if, okay, well, now I have to recharge and restart everything. In our heart, we have surrender. Don't let pride get in the way. And it's the full moon in Leo. So we need to surrender to our love, to our emotions, and we need to be mindful that the pride of Leo can really get in our way. We can get in our own way. And we have to kind of step back from that and say, no, I'm not going to look at this through combative eyes. I'm going to look at this through the eyes of a healer, through the eyes of compassion, through the eyes of love. And as we do this, our public self, we have realization, you are good enough. And I love that. The realization here is that you are the key. The realization here is that you are not a mistake. And when Spirit says, when the moon says, you're good enough, it's not condescending. I used to look at this card and get so annoyed. And now I laugh at my former self and think, why would you get annoyed at saying you're good enough? Because I thought, do you know how much I have to improve? Do you know how far I have to go? Do you know, how many mistakes that I have made? Or you're saying I'm enough, that I can't be more? It's not saying that. It's saying that in this instant, you are enough. You don't need to be somebody different. You don't need to be something more. You need to be you. And you need to embrace that beautiful, complex brilliance that is you. So let's look at our subconscious Luna message. Your dreams need a practical plan. Growth. So the growth is telling us that our dreams need a practical plan. We can't just run off like, Sir Lancelot and think that everything's going to work out, because it didn't work out for him. We need to be practical. We need to be down to earth. We need to look at what we desire and why we desire it, and then put into motion what needs to be in motion. It moves us then to our subconscious energy to be mindful of. It's the Lovers. It's being too self-indulgent. Now, it can be Gemini energy, yes, but it's also being too self-indulgent. It's going after the lust, not the love of it. It's going after the highs, the feel-good moments, and forgetting everything else. It leads us to our subconscious chakra self, and that's listening. That's the throat chakra. And I love the aspect of listening coming from the throat chakra. Because usually, and especially in our world, we're so busy talking that nobody listens. Now, Spirit is telling us, listen. Listen to the places in between words. Listen to your soul and yourself and what you crave and why you crave it. Listen, and so much will be revealed. It brings us then to our subconscious rooted self, which is temperance, balance, Sagittarius energy, being in balance with ourselves, gaining a greater understanding through this balance. Our subconscious inner self is love. Now, this is equivalent to the devil in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. And what this means is that we need to embrace the love of the earth. And the earth I see always as kind of the devil's domain. Now, I know people are going to argue with me on this, but that's totally cool. You're allowed your opinion, most definitely, as I am allowed mine. So here we have the lover coming into play. We have love, not lover, love coming into play. And it's looking at everything that holds us back from what we love. Our addictions, our fears, our hurts, our pains, everything that makes us think, I can't be loved. And now we're starting to say, no, love gets to come in, and love gets to guide me forward, and love gets to be a part of my life. And as we embrace this, we have our subconscious emotional self, and that's the Ace of Pentacles. God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, has us having a gift of the Ace of Wands, and now the Ace of Pentacles has us gifted not only in the aspect of what we are, of a fire sign energy, but has us gifted with prosperity and success and bounty. Maybe not financial, but something we value as much as money that starts to move us to the next level. We're very connected with the here and the now in the earthly plane, which is very much a Leo thing. We very much are opening up the doors to success and letting these gifts in. But if we spend our time fighting, and if we let our ego and our pride get in the way, these gifts will pass us by. So do be mindful of that. Our subconscious public self is the Ten of Swords. Completion. Completion, contemplation, a greater understanding of everything that we've been through. This came through in our emotional self. It's coming through in our public arena self. It's like, how many more times can I be kicked down? How many more times can I be denied? How many more times does it feel like I'm not getting to where I need to be? And the Ten of Swords is very much telling us, understand that we've been through the tough times, not to break us, but to make us into diamonds. Because remember how a diamond is made. A diamond is made when a piece of coal is put under a tremendous amount of pressure for a tremendously long period of time. As we start to see and respect the pressure that we've been through, the hurts and the pains that we've been through, we start to take the swords out of our own backs and use them as the weapons to defend ourselves and to guide us. We haven't been beaten down. We've been armed. We've been made stronger. It's like putting the piece of iron into the forge and having it come out bright hot, just absolutely unbelievably scorching and pounding out the imperfections within it. Not only is that hard on the metal, but to be able to do that, to be able to strike that way, it is astoundingly hard on the body. And so the forging is never going to be easy, but it's always going to be worth it. All right, Leo, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the intensity of this new moon. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Leo, and may you have a blessed new moon.